Hello everybody, this is a seasonal problem we have with our front door of our place. It doesn't close in winter, so we have to lock it from the inside, because if we don't, the wind blows it open, because it never really latches at the bottom here. So what I've done is I've solved the problem. This is a little tool that keeps it closed. When the wind blows, it won't open. How does it work? Magnets! I will show you how to make this little tool. It's a real quick fix. I'll show it to you out right now. Okay, this doesn't look really pretty because this is just a prototype. But as you can see, when you open the door and close it, the latch or the magnets here go onto a washer that I just screwed into the wood. You can attach it any way you want. The thing is, the wood is just flexible enough so that when the door opens, that part flexes a little bit. Just enough to let the magnets unstick themselves. Okay, for making one of these door catches, it's relatively simple. Usually you take a piece of hard plywood, or not plywood, but a hard flat material. It can be hard plastic. There's pails and stuff that are relatively hard. Some cases that are plastic that you can find at your recycle depot. But anything that's kind of thin, I'm going to use this press board, leftover press board piece of wood that I've got, and I'm going to cut a little, kind of like a bar shape like that. I'm going to cut that out of this piece, and that's going to be the main part. Another thing you're going to need are some neodymium magnets. These are very strong magnets. I bought these for another thing I was working on. They're super strong, and so what I did for the door latch is I used 3 of these little neodymium magnets side by side. So I had one here, one there, and that goes onto the door, and the same 3 magnets would go over here, which I will show you later as we continue. Okay, so I cut a relatively dry piece of this wood, and you can see this wood's actually quite flexible, much like plastic. It's got some flex to it. If I bent it hard enough, it would snap. This is some stuff that's a little wetter, but you bend it hard enough and it'll break because it's just like particle board. Anyways, you can't let this stuff get wet, as I just found out, because when it's wet, yeah, it just crumbles. So this one's dry. It'll work for our little door catch. Alright, I removed the 2 sets of magnets. As you can see, there's 3 individual magnets. Now I've got them all linked together. If I was to curl up one magnet, they would actually all snap and bond together again, because when they're together, they like to stack up like this. Sorry about that. They like to stack together like that. But I have them lying flat like this. So, I've got 2 sets. I'm keeping them quite far apart because if they're together, they're gonna come together real fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put one onto our wooden piece right here, like now, just like that. Then I'm gonna get the duct tape. So I'm gonna take the duct tape and just fasten this one set of magnets onto our piece of wood right now, so that we'll put the other set of magnets over top of the tape on the other side. And then we'll install it. The nice thing I should mention is you can now buy duct tape in pretty much any color you want. It's really awesome. It used to just come in gray mainly, and now you can get duct tape in pretty much any color. I'm going to put the duct tape here like this. The reason I'm using white, our door is white. Our front door. So those magnets are on there nice and solid. So I'm going to put those there like that. So they're holding. I'm going to put the other set of magnets over here, being really careful not to bring them close to those magnets. So we're going to put these guys here. That's our other side. Tape them down. Or duct tape. And what the duct tape also does is it's going to protect your magnets from wear. Because when the door opens and closes and opens and closes, it's not really a good idea to have these magnets just slamming against the piece of metal because they'll eventually crack. So the duct tape can actually give it a bit of a cushion. So if you want it quiet, I imagine if you use more magnets, you can put more duct tape over your magnets to create kind of a gap between the metal and the magnet and that cushion. So if you had more magnets, you could probably even use more tape. But I'm only going to put one layer like that over our magnets. So now I'm going to flip this over and tape the back side. This is the side you see when you're on the inside of the house. So we want it to look kind of pretty. So I'm putting the tape over the back. Whoops! Well, that was lucky. And we're going to seal up the whole thing like this. Just like that. So it's all enclosed by the duct tape. So it's kind of looks like just a strip of white wood now. I'm just trimming away the tape right now. Be careful because the magnets like to be attracted to scissors because these are metal. So the magnets are trying to pull the metal away. So there, we'll just trim this off. And now this is ready to go back on door. So now it looks like I said, it looks like just a white piece of metal, but there you can see your magnets on this side. So let's go install it and see what it looks like and see how it works. Okay, I just stuck it back on the door and this model looks a lot prettier and it works a little better with the wood. You can see it snaps on there really good. And as you can see, that's just a washer. I think they're called fender washers, and they have a very small hole. And this is a real short screw, maybe 1/2 inch with a big head, and that keeps the washer on there. So it's pretty cosmetic, and if you have to take it out, you're left with not a major hole. But I was going to put another piece of tape over here. Like I was saying, if you have more magnets on this side, it sticks to the door better. But it seems to be working just fine as is, so that might not be necessary. And that's it. And so when company comes over and you don't want them seeing it, just take that off. Works fantastic when the wind is blowing. When your door doesn't open. And that's it.